Rules Task Force, Ken,
Okay,
go for the jugular.
we've been, looked at this last fall. We looked at it again around the end of the year. We looked at it last month. We didn't act on it. So I'm asking that we act on it tonight. I prepared and circulated a PowerPoint. I did not bring it tonight, hoping to spare us a few extra minutes. And so I'm going to move right forward here. The last page, I'm asking approval of two motions. The first is to endorse the task force recommended PDF protected common format for the rules, policies, and guidelines, and to authorize the task force to prepare the updated versions of those rules, submit them to the respective committees for review prior to bringing them to the board for approval and issue. Discussion on that motion? That's your first. I'm sorry,
He's me, President.
Just the
Is there any
conversation
discussion of the motion?
for all the work that's been done. It's obvious that, there's a lot of work that's gone into it. Good work.
Ken, do the examples that are in here, such as that one, represent everything that there is to know about the format, including the font and the size and all that stuff? You haven't mentioned font and things like that in here at all.
Vision 10 is
Page what?
Vision 10.
Yeah, Vision 10, which is the next tab, is done
But it has arrows.
correctly.
Vision 10 represents fonts,
Yeah,
size.
I think the fonts were presented last month.
We didn't do anything last week.
No, but they were in the board book.
We didn't consider it.
Yeah, I realize that.
So we can expect the page to look like you like them.
They just to look like that.
Don't make any smaller fonts.
Yeah, like the ones John uses in the treasury report.
Ken, I didn't see any mention in here of the use of table of contents. I didn't see any mention in here on use of table of contents. Did you intend that some articles would have tables of contents, such as Article 7?
Page 2, the third page, which says rule policies and guidelines for issue. Proposed uniform title page. Each document will have an instruction page, a table of contents, and a rules, policy, and guideline revision history.
Sorry, I missed it. Okay.
And footer.
Any other discussion on the motion to approve this format and direct the task force to revise all the articles in this format, present them to the committees? All in favor? Anybody opposed? Okay, Ken, your next motion?
The next motion is to authorize the immediate implementation of the proposed rules document tracking system. And that'll be the second part of this as you come to about rules change procedure. Most of the things that we have in here we're doing now. But there are a few ends that need to be tied down. We need to get electronic documents from the presenters to the secretary, who can then put them in the final format and then have them converted into the PDF formats for archiving and distribution. And it's a little convoluted here with all the different types of things, but we've developed a database that now allows us to track these operations, and at the end of the procedure, we issue a change notice which tells exactly what happened to that particular rule and that goes with a PDF copy to the office and to the website and the newsletter. So that anybody that has a need to issue a final document or use it, then knows what the changes that were made, when they were made, and has the PDF copy. A revisable document would be kept by the board secretary, and a copy would be with the Rules Task Force.
This thing called DCG is a document control group?
It's an ad hoc group. And it's been, so that we would have represented the board secretary, a representative of the management office, and a representative of the Rules Task Force. The ultimate goal is to transition the operational functions of this to the management office.
So the DCG, or Document Control Group, would not be a standing task force in the future?
No.
It's just,
It will ultimately
it finishes the
disappear
job?
as soon as the system is implemented.
Question, am I understanding it right that the secretary, now you, but whomever, keeps control of all these documents on where?
Well, he'll have his own particular file. We should, upon the, agreement of the management office, we should have it on our server. But since we haven't approved this process yet, we haven't made that relationship. We can proceed on a short-term basis, keeping with the secretary and the Rules Task Force keeping copies. But ultimately, as I said, we want the office to have this and to keep these files.
Yeah, it would make more sense to me to keep these documents on a common server in a restricted folder than on somebody's home computer.
It cannot be that way, in fact. It cannot be.
We have a resolution that we maintain the office, records at the office.
Okay.
We maintain the original records. So we also have a backup server downstairs that we put in place shortly, so that we have coverage.
It will automatically, the office will automatically have all of the PDF files that are generated. And all of the signed and certified paper copies of the resolutions and rules that are generated.
And the revisable copies too.
And then, the revisable copies, they can have also.
Yeah, I just
But,
wanted
it's
to
important-
understand that this isn't residing on somebody's home.
It's important to, and this relationship would have to be established by Ray as to how he wants to keep the revisable document. And to secure that, where it can be accessed as needed,
Mhm.
but not an open file.
Any other concerns, questions, comments? Okay, Ken, would you repeat the motion, please?
The motion is to authorize immediate implementation of the proposed rules document tracking system.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, you got it.
Thank you.